You are watching the Dr. Pepper Halftime Show on Thursday Night Lights on the CW Columbus. The OCC Ohio title is on the line. Currently Lancaster leading Reynoldsburg by a score of 7-6. And I'm happy to be joined by Petty Officer First Class Daniel Miller of the United States Navy. First of all, thank you so much for joining us here. How long have you been in, Daniel?
I've been in just about 10 years today, sir.
Now, they always say, join the Navy, see the world.
Absolutely.
What are some of the cool places you've been and visited while serving?
I think my favorite so far has been Scotland, but I've been to places like Aqaba, Jordan, and my favorite, the best experience I had was in Dubai.
What's Dubai like? What is it? What's the attraction to the city of Dubai? Obviously, we've seen pictures, and it's absolutely gorgeous. But for you personally, when you're like, man, what an amazing place.
It was just so luxurious. There was so many awesome sights to see. The ski slopes within the malls, the big giant aquariums within the malls. It's just an awning experience altogether.
Now, how old were you when you joined?
I was 21.
What made you decide to join the United States Navy?
Well, my father was in the Navy for about 20 years, and I saw all the great things that he had and all the opportunities it gave him, so I said, why not? I'll give it a shot. Okay.
And the other thing I want to ask you is, let's say there's a young person watching right now, and they're interested in joining the United States Navy. Kind of communicate your experience when you first joined. What is that going to be like? What can they expect when they decide to join the U.S. Navy?
Okay, so there's a lot of new experiences you're going to see, and you're going to be put in positions that are outside of your comfort zone, but you get to overcome those things, and you get to meet new people and just have great experiences all the way around.
Okay. If someone wants to learn more about joining the United States Navy, where should they go?
Actually, they can just give us a call at 1-800-282-1384, and we'll get you in contact with a recruiter.
I want to do a real quick follow-up here. Who was the first person you told when you decided to join the United States Navy?
My father, actually, yeah.
What was that reaction like? Because here's a guy who has served for 20 years in the United States Navy, and I'm sure, like, what was his career like? What were some of the things that he did?
He served a lot aboard destroyers, on a carrier as well in his younger days, but he traveled a lot in the Mediterranean, and when I told him, he was in awe, really and truly.
Now, as a petty officer first class here in the United States Navy, a lot of people have heard that rank before. Petty officer, what does a petty officer do specifically?
There's a whole multitude of different things. It really depends on what your ultimate job is. For me, it's maintaining aircraft and supervising the maintenance of aircraft.
What are some of the aircraft that you've worked on and helped maintain?
Specifically the HH-60H hotel over, and we use that for special operations infill, exfil for SEAL teams over the Middle East.
Okay, and the other thing I want to ask you is, there's some amazing people that work in the military. Who are some of the people that are within the Navy that have had a huge influence on you? Obviously, your father, but, you had a 10-year career. So who are some of the folks that have had an influence on you with your career in the Navy?
The first person that comes to mind is Master Chief Brush. He was my mentor for a long time at my first command, and I still reach out to him whenever I need to for some advice. And then Chief Haywood helps me out a lot. And then directly here, Petty Officer Bay, he's my direct supervisor here, really helped me out a lot here.
Now, you're not from Ohio originally. Where are you from?
I'm from Fort Walton Beach, Florida. It's really close to a place called Destin, Florida, down in the tropical Florida. It's beautiful. It's hot all the time. It's not really cold like this up here.
How long have you been in Ohio?
3 years now.
How did you adjust to the weather in Ohio? You're used to the Gulf Coast where it's absolutely beautiful. Yeah. How did you adjust?
Well, we moved here in December, so it was a shock. Lots of layers and, and lots of coast. So
how many people are in your family, Daniel?
I've got 4 kids.
4 kids?
4 kids, yeah.
And what does your wife do?
She's a stay-at-home mom right now.
She's a stay-at-home mom, so she's got the tough job,
yes,
being a stay-at-home mom. Well, I can't tell you how proud we are of you for serving in the United States Navy. And once again, if someone wants to know more about the United States Navy, where do they go? What's the website that they go to?
You can visit Navy.com, but locally here, if you just call 1-800-282-1384, or just visit your local Navy recruiter, we'll help you out.
All right, Daniel Miller, Petty Officer First Class in the United States Navy. What an amazing career. Coming up, we're going to have more of the Dr. Pepper Halftime Show, and we're going to listen to the Lancaster Marching Band of Gold. You are watching Thursday Night Lights on the CW Columbus.